Hey friends, Elance here with a new episode of Elance Do It Yourself. And today we are going to follow up after the video that we did last week on the coffered ceiling. So today we are going to tackle this wall. So on this wall, this is the living area. So on this wall we are going to build a bookshelf around here. So right here like this, coming up all the way here to this end and coming down here to the window right here. So we do this on both sides, and we'll have one piece here in the middle, one piece here, and one piece here. And this piece will be with the glass door, same on this side with the glass door. So if you have been following me, you will know that by this time I built an accent wall here already. Alright, so this is what we are going to do today, build bookshelves here. And yeah, so let's get into it and share with you some of the steps that I've taken to build this. And as you can see, I have built the base already. So this is the base where the shelf will be sitting on this base. Same thing here on this side. So I went ahead, I built this, and I put something here on the base already, and painted it out. The reason I did this part first was simply to have better measurements. So I need to know the height of the bench that will be here by the window to be flush with this part of the window that you see here, to be flush with this part of the window, and same thing on this side. Alright, so let's get into it, and please do like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more video. Thank you for watching. When I'm just painting the base, that's where the bookshelf is going to be sitting on. So I have many pieces, and I'm just going to have them sit on this base in the main living room. So yeah, everything is already made, so just painting it to make it perfect. I didn't want to paint it inside, to avoid getting the floor dirty. So friends, here I bought some plywood from Lowe's, and I had it cut there 11-inch wide. So now I'm just going to drill a hole here on the bottom and top, and screw it from on that side, since it's the area that will not be visible. So I want the screw to be on that side, so I'm going to pre-drill that and attach through there. And yeah, so this is it, and I have everything here, you can see, and most of the pieces I've done this already. So now I'm just going to put them together. Yeah, so here it is. I'm going to start here by putting some glue at the end on both sides, and to join the two rounds. Then I'm going to make sure that it stays straight, and I'm going to use this 32 or 36-inch clamps to clamp this in to make it stay strong. Once it's tied up there, I'm just going to use the screw and screw all those corners in place. And repeat the same process here on this end. Put the glue and then put it in place. Make sure that it's straight, and then use the clamps and hold it together, making sure that it's straight and everything, it's forming a right angle there. So once I have that set in place, very good, I'll just screw it in place and that's it. And here it is, I made everything, and sorry that I did not record the process of doing this. So I bought some oak wood that I put along the front edge. So that's it, and I sanded it. That's another piece. Yeah, so here as you can see, it was a big teamwork, and my soulmate is here helping sanding all the shelves, making it ready to be painted. A big thank you to my wife, and now it's time to go ahead and paint all the pieces. So at this point we are done with the shelves and it's all painted out. Now we are going to prep all the frames to build the cabinet doors. So I'm going to use MDF board to make the door. So I cut this MDF about 4 inch, and now I'm just going to paint everything, let it dry, and then perform all the cutting that need to be done for the frames, for the door frames. So now that I've let those frames grind up for a few hours, I'm now going to sand it out to make sure that it feels like glass. So I will just sand it over and over so the paint will really feel like glass, and after that I'm going to run it on a table saw to prep it to complete the door frames. So at this point I cut all the frames to the length that I need, to the size that I need, and I'm just going to run it on a table saw to make the space that I need for the board, the 1/4 inch to slide into to make the door, just as you can see in this illustration. So I need to have enough room there to slide that in. Alright friends, so now it's time to build our bookshelf door. So with that I'm going to just put glue in that room, in that gap that I created, and put it at the end of those two rounds because it's going to be joining the two small pieces. So once I have the glue in all those pieces, I'm just going to slide the piece of 1/8 of an inch board, plywood board, and it's painted white on the other end already. It's finished. So I'm just going to have it go through that gap that I created. So once I have that in place, and do the same for all the pieces, and make sure that everything sit well, and then it's the gap was very small, so it was a little bit hard to to make it get in, but that was also for a purpose, because you don't want it to be loose and your door will not really be solid. So I made that in purpose. So now I'm going to just clamp this on a table because the door is too long. I'm going to first attach a clamp on both ends, so that when I'm tying this part, the door will not bend and be lifted up. So that's why I put the first two in place first to hold it down. So once I have that holding down, I'm just going to clamp outside to bring it in, to make sure that all the plywood that is in the middle goes all the way in, and just hold all the area together. So that will make it very strong, and so far it's good. Alright, so if I were to do this again, I think I will not use the MDF board anymore. I will just use some finished oak wood. And also a reason I went with MDF is because of the cost. So it's very expensive to get some piece of oak wood. So to save money and to be able to do this kind of project, you need to do something more affordable. So this was a good route to go, and with a paint with prime on it, you will not worry about water damaging the door. Alright, that's it. Looks good and very happy about it. So now it's time to go ahead and drill the hole for the door hinge. And I got this tool from Amazon, and I'm going to leave it in the description below if you want to buy one of these. So with that, I'm just going to drill the hole there for the hinge, and for this door I'm just going to do 2 holes, and it should be able to handle this door. At the first one, and now we are going to do the second one. And I went ahead and I marked everything. I'm not just doing it anyhow. So you want to go ahead and mark it and make sure that the distance that you have, it's also in line with what you want the hinge to be on your shelf. Alright, so this is it. It's done. And one of the things with the MDF, it just that it produces a lot of dust, so you want to just alright, this is it. It looks good, and I'm going to set the hinge in place, and I'm going to make sure that it stays straight. So I'm going to use this board to just make sure that it's all lining up together, and then I'm going to pre-grill the hole for the screw to get in. So once I have that, I'll go ahead and paint the board again and have it ready to be attached on the shelf. Alright, so now it's time to give it a final round of painting. So with this final round, it will all be ready to be attached on the shelf and ready to be put inside. And fast forward here it is, we have it inside now, and it's time to do the finishing work. Et voilà, c'est fini, c'est magnifique, j'aime bien, je l'adore, c'est doux, et thank you so much for watching. I love it and I hope you do too. Please do like, share and subscribe, and see you soon in the next video. So please subscribe to my channel by now, and you don't want to miss any part of my amazing video project. So we just move from this to this. See the transformation that it brought to the house. Thank you so much for watching. À bientôt.